Missouri voters will decide if they want to change their minds about how new district boundaries will be drawn in Missouri.
41 Action News anchor Cynthia Newsom talked with both sides in the debate over the proposed Amendment 3.
The battle lines to represent Missourians in the state Senate and state House will change once the 2020 U.S. Census numbers are final next year. The Clean Missouri Amendment passed in 2018 defines the rules for drawing new boundaries. The question now is who will decide how those lines are drawn. Now that's important because the pool of voters in those redrawn districts will decide who represents them in the Missouri legislature.
Amendment 3 will keep communities together. It will maintain the redistricting plan that we've had since the late 1940s, a plan that has led to both supermajorities of Democrats and supermajorities of Republicans. Clearly a plan that is fair.
Amendment 3 supporters have a laundry list of reasons they want Amendment 3 to pass.
It's my great concerns that our communities will find our voices diminished in Jefferson City because of the liberal think tank ideas contained in the criteria of Amendment 1 that was passed in 2018.
Clean Missouri is the group opposing Amendment 3. Their nonpartisan coalition launched a $7 million campaign this year to keep the 2018 Clean Missouri Act on the books. It was approved in 2018 with a 2/3 majority of voters.
We've got everyone from former United States Senator Jack Danforth to the AARP of Missouri to the League of Women Voters to the NAACP all saying, look at what's going on in the fine print. This is about politicians trying to protect themselves. We need to vote no on Amendment 3.
They admit Democratic State Auditor Nicole Galloway would choose from a list of bipartisan panelists who will decide where the new district lines are drawn.
The very first rule in the criteria order says you got to protect the voting power of communities of color. The second rule says the overall outcome for the whole map, not individual districts, but the whole plan needs to be fair. There needs to be as much competition as is practicable. And then all that has to happen with compact, contiguous districts that respect political boundaries.
If Amendment 3 passes, the governor would decide who serves on the panel to draw new district boundaries.
We have term limits. So the idea of building a district to protect a certain representative doesn't pass the smell test. It just doesn't make sense.
Now both sides will have to wait to see what voters decide. Cynthia Newsom, 41 Action News.